Well, I was gonna look into if the vibes are better than yesterday, and when I started shuffling, I saw the Five of Cups. Yet on a different deck, still a level of disappointment. What is going on? Temperance. Figuring out how to balance yourself. How to become more coherent with yourself and with your body. Also, with this level of disappointment coming up, again, very much could be based on external factors more so than internal factors. Because if you were living internally, you would have more homeostasis. But in this case, with the Temperance card falling out, that's a reminder that you can't keep yourself in disbalance by focusing too much on the things that are bad or focusing too much on the things that are good. There always has to be a balance of both, and we will always be living in a gray area. If you hyperfixate too much on one side or the other, you are going to lose your grip on your happiness. Again, especially if you're focusing too much on the negativity. King of Wands is falling out. That is a better sign that we're focusing more on our passions, on the things that give us life, on some sort of grounding that is based on wanting to do something, having enthusiasm for life. Based on the last few days of not very good readings, I like this change of energy, that we are focusing more in the gray area, of alchemizing pain to a certain extent, of learning how to work through the things that aren't working out in our life, to use it as a form of fuel. Maybe there's a sense of spite that despite everything that is happening, you still want to prove to yourself that you are going to be successful, and at that point, even happy that even though everything is happening in a way that you don't like it, that doesn't mean that you're going to give up. Because you still have a sense of strive for moving forward. You have a sense of passion, and you know what you were fighting for. With the King of Wands falling out, this is also a sense of impulse, energetic call to do something. Follow that impulse, follow that curiosity, follow that sense of balance as well that it's going to give you. Ten of Swords. Despite this being swords, tens are an ends to a cycle. That means that it's time for you to let go of the things that no longer serve you. You have let go of the battle where you have given up, where you no longer want to fight because you know that it's not worth your time. And I think that despite this card being kind of a sense of giving up, it's actually the opposite. As I said earlier, you're alchemizing the pain, you're alchemizing the fact that things aren't working out, and maybe you're working out of spite, maybe you're working to prove to yourself that you can handle anything. But this is definitely a turning point for your journey, which is wonderful, which is what we like to hear, especially from the last few days. And I'm glad that this journey didn't take longer than the last few days, because you have a new sense of hope and a new sense of building a better foundation for yourself. Focus on that middle ground. Focus on the fact that, World card. Focus on that middle ground. Focus on understanding that, one, you can't control everything around you, and two, nothing is ever going to be that serious, because there's no black and white. Everything is always a gray area. There's always going to be silver linings with anything that you do. And finally, we have the World card. End to cycles. This is the beginning of you changing the way that you view the world, the way that your mind works, the way that you are using your energy to live in this world. Everything is energy, and you decide if you're going to use that energy to be miserable and to be negative and to focus, hyper-focus on that negativity that is happening in your external world. Or you are going to actually take control of your mind, take control of your attention and where it goes, and allow that energy to flow appropriately. Where you focus is where your energy is going to go, because your mind is going to create emotions, not the other way around. Yes, there's an emotional thought spiral that happens as well, but at the basis of it, your thoughts create your emotions, and your emotions create your actions. This is good. This is a good step in the right direction, that you are tired of living the way that you have been living. You are passionate to get better, and you are going to work towards it. This is the end to a cycle, and this is your sign of hope. This is genuinely what I needed to hear. Focus on that balance, focus on the gray area, that nothing is ever going to be that serious, and there's never going to be a black and white situation. Everything is always going to have silver linings, and everything is going to always ebb and flow. That things that come down must come up, and at that point, things that come up must come down. But make sure that you are allowing this ebb and flow to come with upward graph. that despite things always being an ebb and flow, you are always going to grow, you are always going to get better, and you are always going to focus on your internal well-being to bring this coherence back into your life. Focus on what you value, focus on what brings you a sense of passion and gives you a sense of drive to want to live instead of surviving. Let go of your thoughts that no longer serve you, and once you are fed up, let yourself be fed up. Let yourself be angry at the way that you are functioning, and make that the motivation for you to do something better, for you to end those cycles, and for you to change your energy to better benefit you in your journey of finding happiness.